Welcome to Big Red Leads. I'm Big Red, getting you and your business back to the black. Today, this is simply a PSA. I was asked a question about the Chris and Will situation. Understand that if you're here for that, this ain't the place for that. I could give. I don't really care. I don't really care. Not only that I don't care, I'm not worried about it. It's just been bombarded and pushed in social media. Understand that this is simply a distraction to keep you from what's really going on and to have some sense of consciousness that you're paying attention to what's going on globally, much less what happened at some damn award show. That doesn't matter. If you're paying attention to some of the symbolism that's going on around you and right in front of your eyes, understand when Will received his award, what was he standing in front of? 3 pyramids. And a little symbol that they call Oscar that is something totally else. That's something that's truly African. 3 pyramids were behind him. Now, I'm not a conspiracy theorist or anything like that, but please understand, this is all a play. Everyone is an actor or puppets being controlled by the puppet masters. I'm not saying it was staged, I'm not saying it was real, nor do I care. But what does this look like? What is the image that's being portrayed? What's the image that's being put in front of you? What are the true distractions? What are you wearing tonight? Who cares? Understand, in this particular country, in the United States of America, understand this and know this. And if you don't know, look it up. For every convenience that we have here, every single one, the things that we so value, we put so much value on. I don't care about your designer bags. I'm not even worried about diamonds. Diamonds are worthless. Man put a price on what diamonds are worth. It's a rock. We're not talking about some stones that can do some things as far as some mystical things that might connect you to maybe something a little bit more spiritual, connect you to something a little higher and higher vibration, and even in some cases protect you from things that are bad for you, such as radio waves and things like that, especially if they're doing things and damaging your cells and your body. Everything else is a distraction. If you're in a relationship right now and you're too busy worried about saving up for the next vacation, my question is, do you have life insurance? Do you have life insurance? While you're saving up to go to on some trip, do you have life insurance? I don't know if you can see this hoodie. The real Justice League. These are the ancestors that essentially, the majority of them on here, gave their life for us. And no, they didn't give their life for us to have the freedom to vote either. So miss me with all that. If you don't know what vote means, the etymology of the word, that means wish. These elected officials globally are chosen. Unless you're a dictator, they're already chosen before you even go to the wishing booth. Understand that. Pay attention to what's really going on. There's a food shortage right now. If you don't know how to grow food, there's a problem there. There's a water shortage. If you haven't been stocking and storing water, understand, these are going to be real problems. You think gas is what it is, really? No. There's an agenda behind this. They're pushing towards electric cars, trying to get rid of gas-powered cars. That's another agenda. All these things are distractions. I could care less about the Final Four. I could care less about the NBA playoffs coming up. Understand what all these things are. If you're too busy worrying about where your next stimuli is coming from, you have a problem already. Do you know yourself? And understand, this message is not to hurt you, and I'm not trying to disrespect you, and I'm not trying to insult you, but if you're not prepared for real world problems, you're already lost. Are you on your spiritual journey? And I didn't say religious journey, your spiritual journey. Do you know you? I said one person asked me. It was actually several people asked me about this. I said that's a distraction to keep you from what's really going on. We haven't gone anywhere. We don't go out. If that's what your relationship is based on, you need to break up now. The real agenda is being played out right in front of you. Yes, money helps. Yes, it helps. All money is a lubricant. It lubricates the things that otherwise would be very difficult to do without it. Now they're going to say that I haven't even looked at any of the headlines, but they'll, you're going to hear about, oh, Will snapped. Why didn't Chris press charges? None of that matters. None of it. Is everyone in your family, are they eating? Do they have water? I'm just saying. Be prepared. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. That's an old expression too. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. But for those of you who aren't ready, you're too busy worried about where you're going this weekend. I want you to take a real inventory on your life. What's needed, what you want, and what is in the possibility of something that you have the capability of receiving. Ask yourself those questions. Come up with your own list of what's truly needed. And once you figure that out, and once you have an understanding of that, then have a real conversation with your family and your friends and the people that, if some things were to go down, those are the people that you rely on to do their part, so that your family, your friends, the loved ones that you get, the people that you truly care about, are prepared for a situation if it really goes left. I know all this seems like whatever. It's like, no, these aren't conspiracy theories. You've seen how people went crazy when Facebook and Instagram were down for what? A little bit of time? Let's say all social media goes out. Then what? Let's say it's just all shut down. What if all cell phone towers just stopped working? What about the people who live in those food deserts, who don't have access to the availability of food, much less going in the grocery store and there not being anything there? What happens to those people? You're looking at utter chaos. And they say, oh, it couldn't happen here in the United States. Well, goddamn it, we've been shut down for how long? Off and on. And you don't hear about COVID-19 anymore. Because why? Because we're prepping for a war. All distractions. Anyone says that we should be going to war for some country that doesn't give two shits about us, or doesn't really care about us in any way, something's wrong with you. We don't have money for reparations, but we got money to just throw $1 billion here, $1 billion here, another $1 billion over here. Okay. It should be a slap in the face to anyone who has melanin. Understand, your freedom isn't free. It costs folks like you and me. So all these little, these little liberties that you claim that you have, liberty is what it is. Liberty is not freedom. It's limited freedom under the guise of constraints. You're going to do what I tell you to do when I tell you to do it. And if not, we're going to take away this resource. We're going to take away this resource. You'll have less access to this resource. Understand where you live at. That's all I got today. I hope I answered everyone's question. Those of you who asked me that nonsense yesterday. Are you worried about what's going to happen in the Final Four? Who cares? Love you all. Have a good one. Like I said, just a quick PSA. Just ask yourself these questions. Pay attention to what's really going on. Love you all. Talk soon. This is Big Red Leads.